Welcome to the Book of Saints podcast, brought to you by St. John Chrysostom, Coptic Orthodox Church of Laguna Niguel, California. On the 22nd day of the Coptic month of Hatoor, we celebrate the lives of Sts Cosmas and Demian. Cosmas and Damian were from one of the Arab countries. Their mother, Theodata, feared God and was compassionate and merciful toward strangers. She became a widow while her children were still very young. She raised them in the fear of God and the love of righteousness. As a result of her dedication, 3 of her sons lived in the desert as monks, but Cosmas and Damian studied medicine. In honor of their faith and their mother, they treated the sick free of charge. In the days of Emperor Diocletian, after he renounced his Christian faith, he ordered all to participate in the worship of idols. He was told that Cosmas and Damian were preaching in the name of Christ and urging followers not to worship his idols. Diocletian ordered them to be brought before the governor of the city. In an attempt to please Diocletian, this governor tortured them severely by beating them and burning them. But he did not stop there. He asked these two the whereabouts of their brothers, the monks. Finding out, he dragged them along with their mother to the city center and demanded them to raise incense before the idols. They refused. The governor ordered them all to be squeezed through the wheel. They experienced no harm. He had them cast into a hot furnace for 3 days and 3 nights, then into hot boiling water. Finally, he placed them all on red-hot iron beds. But through all of this, however, the Lord raised them up whole and unharmed to reveal his glory and the honor of his beloved saints. When the governor became weary of torturing them, he sent them to the emperor, who also tortured them. Their mother constantly encouraged and comforted them. The emperor rebuked her, but she admonished him for his cruelty and for worshipping empty idols. He ordered her head to be cut off, and she received the crown of everlasting life. Her body remained on the ground, and no one dared to bury it for fear of the emperor. Cosmas screamed at those present, saying, "Men of this city, is there not one merciful person among you who will cover the body of this poor old widow and bury her?" Straightway Victor, the son of Romanus, came forward, took the body, placed it in a shroud, and buried it. When the emperor heard what Victor had done, he ordered that he be exiled in the land of Egypt, where he received the crown of martyrdom. The next day, the emperor ordered their heads to be cut off as well. On that day, Cosmas and Damian and their brothers, Anthimus, Leontius, and Euprepus, received the crown of life in the kingdom of heaven. There is a lesson here that still stands in some countries to this day. Coptic medical and dental professionals who volunteer their services on mission trips around the world will be welcomed if they abide by a simple rule. You may heal the sick and serve the poor, but you must not evangelize. Jesus Christ was the greatest of all healers, a physician sent to heal the sick of the world. These brave volunteers emulate Christ in their service, but also in their obedience. Being like Christ is to serve in his name, but healing is not just of the body, but mind, heart, and soul as well. There is a famous line attributed to St. Francis of Assisi. He gathered his monk brethren and said, "We must go to town and preach the word of Christ." He and his brothers walked the length of the town, then back again, speaking to no one. As they approached the monastery, one of the monks noted, "We did not preach." To which St. Francis replied, "We do not need to speak, only to be seen." We emulate the light of Christ in our service. Our joyful and willing nature to do such a service is, in its purest form, evangelizing the message of love and compassion that is Jesus Christ. Limitations can be placed on your words, but not your actions. And remember, this light that shines through you is of God, and it penetrates those whom God knows are ready to receive. O Lord, help us to serve always in your holy name, in whatever capacity we can. Help us be guided by this love for mankind and not fear the stares of those who do not understand. Let your light shine through us all, for all. May the prayers of Sts Cosmas and Demian and their brothers and mother be with us all. Amen.